Hello and welcome to the She Holds the Line podcast channel. Today, I want to talk about silent confidence. Not the kind you post, not the kind you announce, but the kind that changes how you walk away, how you respond, how you hold yourself when no one is watching. Because the most powerful confidence is the one that doesn't ask to be seen. What silent confidence really is. We've been taught that confidence looks like being outspoken, being bold, being noticed, but that's not always confidence. Sometimes that's just noise. Silent confidence is different. Silent confidence is knowing who you are and not needing to prove it. It's not reacting to everything, it's not explaining every decision, it's not chasing validation to feel secure, it's being steady. You don't rush, you don't panic when misunderstood, you don't need to win every conversation. You trust yourself. And when you trust yourself, you move differently. Why silent confidence makes people uncomfortable? Here's the truth. Most people won't say silent confidence makes others uncomfortable, not because you're doing something wrong, but because you stopped asking for permission. When you stop over explaining, when you stop reacting emotionally, when you stop chasing reassurance, people start filling the silence with their own assumptions. They might say, "You changed, you're distant, you're cold, you're not like before anymore." But what really happened is this: you stopped negotiation or negotiating your worth. Silence removes access, and no one, everyone, not everyone deserves access, right? So, how to build that silent confidence? So, I'm gonna break down for you four most points you need to know about gaining that silent confidence. So, feel free to grab a piece of paper to write down if you want on your notebook or on your notes on your phone. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to grab the piece of paper you want to write down the points on it, and we will back and continue our episode. All right, all done. So let's continue our episode. The first point is keep promise keep promises to yourself. Silent confidence starts in private, not in public. Every time you say, "I'll do it tomorrow, I'll stop accepting this, I'll take care of myself," for example, and then you don't, you lose trust in yourself. Not loudly, but surely quietly. Confidence cannot grow without self trust. But when you start keeping small promises, like waking up when you said you would at 6 a.m., 5 a.m., even if when 9 a.m., resting when you need to, walking away when when something doesn't feel right, you stop looking outside yourself for reassurance. You don't need applause when you respect yourself. That's where confidence becomes solid. The second point is stop over explaining. Over explaining is usually fear in disguise: fear of being judged, fear of being misunderstood, fear of disappointing people. But confident people don't ask permission to exist. They say simply, "This is my decision, this works for me, and I'm not available," for example, and they stop there. That's it. Silence after a decision is power. It is really powerful. The less you explain, the more grounded you become. The third point is be okay with being misunderstood. because not everyone will understand you, not everyone will see your heart, not everyone will agree with your growth. And that's okay. This is okay, my dear. When you consistently try to control how people see you, you give them the authority over your identity. Silent confidence says, I know who I am, even if I don't. And that's enough. Some people will project, some will walk away, some will misunderstand you completely. So let them. Easy, let them. And your peace is worth more than being liked. So simply don't care about them. The fourth point is spend time alone without distraction. Most people avoid silence. They feel it with noise, scrolling, talking, because silence forces you to face yourself. But when you sit alone with no phone, no validation, no distraction, you begin to hear your own voice. At first, it's uncomfortable, but then it becomes grounding. You realize that you're okay with yourself. Like you start saying, I'm okay with myself. I love myself, and like this is who I am. Why should I care about others? And when you're okay alone, you stop chasing connection from emptiness. You choose it from fullness. And that is truly silent confidence. Loud confidence often tries to control how it's perceived. Silent confidence doesn't. So you see the difference? If you need to control the narrative, you're not confident. You're anxious. Silent confidence lets people think what they want and continues forwarding anyway. This is power, and you can't hold the line with others. If you keep crossing it with yourself, you can't hold it with others, of course. Every time you ignore your intuition, every time you accept less than you deserve, and every time you abandon your needs, you weaken your inner authority. Silent confidence begins when you say, I don't do that anymore and I don't care about them anymore. Even when no one claps, I can clap for myself. Like, girl, you have two hands, use them. Clap for yourself. So the more comfortable you are with yourself, the quieter your confidence becomes. You don't need to convince anyone. You don't need to announce growth. Let's consistency. I mean, let consistency speak. Let silence do the work. Let your boundaries introduce you. This is what it means to hold the line and to be confident. Thank you for being here. This is the episode for today. See you in the next one. Thank you for listening. This was She Holds the Line podcast. See you in the next episode. Bye.